It could be months before we find out if charges are going to be filed against the man who had 94 cats and dogs living in a house in Lansing. Many of those animals are sick, and animal control doesn't know yet how many of them will have to be put down. It isn't the first time the shelter has had to deal with dozens of pets packed into a home in mid-Michigan. 2 years ago, 120 cats were taken away from a home in Lansing Township. We wanted to find out why someone would have so many pets. As Fox 47's Christopher Lane explains, it could all stem from a mental disorder.
The condition that these animals were in was not healthy at all for them, so they're in a much better place now than they were yesterday.
Of the 92 cats and 2 dogs removed from this home on Teal Ave in Lansing, many had fleas and some had upper respiratory problems. There was also feces everywhere, according to the Ingham County Animal Control's John Dinan.
Our concern now is to make sure that the animals are brought to a good state of health.
John Dinan tells me this was likely a case of animal hoarding, a situation where someone continually takes in more and more animals until they're eventually taken away. Which means the animal shelter has close to 100 animals that they're going to have to take care of. People with hoarding disorder, which Dinan and therapists I talked to believe this owner had, don't believe it's a problem to have this many pets.
They are often in denial, or they minimize the problem, so they don't see it as an issue, and they often do it to rescue the animals. They think that they're helping them, and they do it because they have an intense love for them, or they feel the need to save them and rescue them, or they have a strong fear that they will be euthanized and taken away from them.
Elizabeth Matlock, a therapist and social worker who specializes in hoarding, among other things, says it usually starts good-intentioned.
It spirals out of control because that brain chemistry isn't, it's not functioning normally. So yeah, it'll just spiral out of control, leading them to have the 94 animals, and they don't see it as a problem.
And that was Christopher Lane reporting. Animal Control cannot put any of the pets up for adoption until the investigation is complete.